That's okay. Oh, so tonight I just wanted to talk real quick about having a plan. And this actually worked out perfectly with Christy's talk last night. And I actually didn't even listen to the talk until like a couple hours ago. But this morning I'm like, I want to talk about like making a plan. Like I've talked about planning out your workouts for the week ahead of time, but I was thinking this morning I was still struggling to get my workout in because I didn't know what I was going to do for a workout. I am the type of person where I need to know ahead of time, what am I going to do at the gym? And with CrossFit, it was easy because I knew all I had to do was show up at the gym and they had the workout program for me there. So it's one thing I didn't have to think about. I just showed up and did the work. Here, having my gym in my garage, it's nice that I have my gym right outside my bedroom door practically. But even then, I still need to know what is it am I going to do today in my gym? And I really don't like coming up with things on the fly. I like to process things a little bit more. So I need to know ahead of time, what am I doing? Am I doing upper body? Am I pushing today? Am I pressing? Am I pulling? Am I deadlifting? Like, what am I doing? And so I'm curious if you guys are that way, because or maybe I just like to overly process things. Or are you guys able to just like say, maybe I'll do this today?
Oh, no, I'm a planner.
Well, yeah, sure,
So-
you're like me. We gotta plan that.
Yeah. So the app, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes, the strength.
tells me exactly what to do because
Yeah.
Coach Leah has, Coach Leah has programmed it to go to do that.
Nice.
So is it reading backwards?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. So the app has helped me tremendously. And before that, Marlena and I were we still are accountability partners. And she helped me to be more consistent than I ever had been. So, but having the app is awesome because it tells you what to do on what day, and I just do it. Plus, there's videos that show you how to do it.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
And I think it's good too to know what you're doing because if you just try to wing it, like you said, there's no consistency for your body. There's no consistency in your upper body or lower body. If maybe you're doing too much of one thing and you don't realize it because you're just kind of rolling the dice and be like, well, this is what I'm doing today, So
yeah, and I do the arm workout more than I would do the leg workout. So now she knows, Coach Leah knows that about me. So now she's integrated both every day that I'm working out. So
yeah.
So she's like, yeah, we'll fix this.
That's one thing that I when I did CrossFit, the CrossFit gym that I went to and I worked for, the owners who programmed what they wanted to do, what they liked. And they didn't really take into consideration like, well, we just did a whole bunch of upper body and now you're throwing in upper body, even though it's a different movement, it's still upper body, And so there was a lot of imbalance throughout the week because it'd be like upper body, legs, or then it'd be like legs, upper body, So there wasn't really any consistency. And so I didn't really realize that until I started learning more about programming and, how our body likes consistency. Because if we overwork one area, sure, we might see growth, but then at some point our body's going to be like, meh, I need something else. I become adapted to this and it's becoming easier. And so, you said consistency. I'm like, yes, we need consistency on what we're doing each week. So Julie, I know I was supposed to get you a workout program. And I remember today, I'm like, who was it that I was supposed to be doing a workout program for? You guys, seriously, I'm not, after COVID, I swear my memory is like, and
they say COVID brain. So
yeah, and it's so true. They said it was either 20 or 25% of people who have had COVID are still struggling with either memory or brain fog, like memory loss or brain fog. And I'm like,
yeah,
one of those. Like, it's crazy and it sucks because I feel like I'm too young to be having memory problems.
You feel like an old person.
I feel like an old person. Oh, and I felt so bad. I'm like, oh, someone's waiting for their like workout, and I don't know who it is. And now I'm like, I saw Julie. I'm like, it's Julie.
Oh, wow.
yes, it's me. But
It's,
I mean, for the weekdays that I'm actually at the office, I have to do the 30-minute, and I would always go around to all the machines, but I wouldn't do the cardio or any of the step movements in between it. I would just rest or do more reps. But now I'm doing all of them. There was a girl there on Saturday that was just kicking butt, and I was just like, I want to be like you. So I started doing some of the, just they've got little steps in between there so that you can step up on and do different exercises on them. So that's what I did today. And boy, did it get my heart pumping. So I got a good workout. So yeah, I just need something for like to concentrate on certain, like if I do arms one week and then the next week do legs or something like that. I just would like a plan to do. I mean, because they have free weights there too. It's just during the week when I have to come pick up Scott, I have to do, it has to be very timed. And I mean, I was in and out of there. I got there at 5:17 and I left at 6:05. So,
okay.
That's good. And you got your tan.
Yeah. And I got my tan in.
And you got a tan
my tan is 10 minutes. So I got to get that in.
There you go.
So I told myself I would do this every other day. So I'm doing it every other day. So I started Saturday. So skip Sunday, do Monday, and then I'll do Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So I'll just keep going.
Yeah. What I'll do is I think I will build the program inside of the app. And so that way, because they have videos too, inside of the app. So if there's like a movement you're not sure, then you can watch it. So,
yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So I'll go in. I will
Plus, you can also send her pictures of the machines or whatever you're.
Yeah. I'll look in the app and see if the app uses machines or if they're just free weights.
Okay. Otherwise, well, they have free weights there too. I'm just, for time wise and getting a good workout in and not having to fight a bunch of people. Cause at 5 o'clock, it's like a madhouse there and all the men are grunting and groaning in there. So I don't want to be over there. So
is that in the free weight section or the machine section?
In the free weight section. They're all rah, rah, rah.
So I'll see what I can do and see if I can figure out the machine. Cause like I said, I'm not as familiar with machines as I am with free weights. So, because I was the opposite, I'd rather go the free weights than fight people on the machines. So,
well, I mean, it's just that particular part of it. So, I mean, I'd only do that 2 days and then I could do the other part on the other 2 days.
Okay. So. Okay. I'll get that figured out for you. So,
all right.
Okay. So those last 9 minutes, 10 minutes that we have, I'm going to go over 10 different squat variations for those of you who do squats. And you're like, I want to add a different variety of squat to my program. And it's something that like you could talk to Lee about, say, hey, could you incorporate this into my program? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to attempt to. One thing about doing this is like trying to get a good camera angle so that we can see all the movements.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
The hard part. Okay. So let's go this way then. So let's see. Okay. So hold on, because my memory sucks. I have to get my notes here. Okay. So the first one is body squat, which we all know body squat, right? So the first one is body squat. You're just squatting. No weight. Just squatting. Okay. The second one that you could do is a narrow squat. So a narrow squat, when we typically squat, I tell people put your feet hip to shoulder width apart. For a narrow squat, you're going to have your feet under your hips and you're just going to go down. Okay. So you may not go very far because you're limited by your ankle mobility, right? but it's going to target your quads a lot more. Okay.
Yeah. And what Leah showed me at the Fitme weekend was that lead with your butt. And the instructor at Planet Fitness, when I went there, was showed us a different way. So it was nice to have Leah show me.
Yeah. So squat is like unlock your hips and then go down.
Yeah.
Some people they think a squat is just more of their knees. So they just go like this.
Right.
Which puts a lot of strain on your knees.
Which is bad for me, so Leah was showing me. So yeah. I got it. I think I got it now.
The other one is a wall squat, which we all know a wall squat, right? So you're just coming to the wall and you're just going into a wall squat and you're just holding. There really is no different variation to this. You can go lower and sit here. So wall squat, those are good for holds. Jump squats, which if you don't have good knees, then I don't recommend jump squats. But if you have good knees, then you could do jump squat. It really just adds in more cardio to your workout. So if you're doing a Tabata or a hip and you want to do, get some more of your lungs and heart working, then it's here, and then just jumping and landing softly. So what else? Box squats. So box squats, I was thinking of you, Terry, for these. I'm going to use a chair, but if you have a chair or a box or anything solid, ideally you want this lower. That's as low as that goes. So when you squat, you're just coming down and touching and then coming back up. That is also good to train yourself to send your hips back. And this is really low. But it teaches you to send your hips back so you can touch and then come up.
That would be good.
That would be good practice for you. Yeah. Do it to like a chair.
Yeah, to make sure I'm doing it right.
Box squats. Okay, sumo squats. Sumo squats are great for inner thigh. So if you need inner thigh work, strengthening. So you're going to go out wide and toes. You can't see my toes, but my toes go out. Okay. And then you're just going to open up your knees and come straight down and then back up. So from the side here, coming here and up. Okay. So knees are trying to drive out over your toes. Okay. Out. You don't want them to cave. Okay. You want this to try and go out as wide as you can and up like a sumo wrestler, right? They do this thing and then squat. Okay. The other one is a single leg squat. Now, this can be done if you have a box. Okay. So if you have a box, so what you're going to do is you're going to sit. I like to tell people start sitting. Stick your leg out and do this side. This leg out. This leg nice and solid on the ground. And from here, you're going to stand. And then you're going to come back down.
Oh, whoa.
And you can either touch or you can completely sit, depending on your balance and your strength.
Or fall.
Or fall. You want to control yourself down. Make sure you don't have a chair that rolls out from under you.
Yeah.
This thing I'm afraid is like going to fall off from underneath me. And here, this is good for your quads and your side glute.
Yeah.
It's good. So that is one that you could do, Terry, if you find something tall enough that doesn't require your knee to go so far. You could try that. A dumbbell front squat, which I think most of you might be familiar with. I don't have my weights with me, but a dumbbell front squat is if you have two dumbbells and you're holding them at the shoulders, and then you just squat as you hold the dumbbells. Okay, so that's a dumbbell front squat. The goblet squat, you could hold your dumbbell here in the front and you're going to squat. Or you could do a goblet sumo squat. So you go wide, hold your dumbbell and squat here. So, and then the last one is the Bulgarian split squat, which we all love that one. It's a
No.
single leg squat. Terry, this one might be too much for you and your knee, but it's, you put your foot on
Yeah.
and then you squat.
Oh,
So
you don't go further out?
you can go further out.
Okay.
So it depends on, the one thing I like about this Bulgarian split squat is you can either target your quads or you can target your glutes. Depends on the angle of your shin. So the more vertical your shin, it targets your glutes. The more of an angle, so if your knee is over your toe just more slightly, it targets your quads.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if I'm out here pretty far out and I sit back more and I try to keep my shin vertical,
Right.
my box is gonna collapse.
Oh.
And these boxes are very sturdy. Then that one would hit my glute more. But if I bring my front foot in just slightly to where when I squat down, my knee is forced to go just a little bit forward, but my heel is still on the ground, that will target my quads. So just that slight variation will make a difference.
Oh, Julie said she hit a dead zone. She will have to catch us later.
Well, she can watch the recording after.
Yeah.
So those are just some different variations that you can, if you want to try, you can ask your coach to add that into your training. Or if you have more questions about it. But yeah, those are just different squat variations. Target your quads.
I think Coach Leah has squats in like tomorrow, I think. Yep, Bulgarian's goblet squat. So is tomorrow.
A Bulgarian goblet squat?
Goblet squat.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're gonna hold the weight.
Yeah, what you did with the box.
Yep.
So I usually use a chair.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so tomorrow what you could do is play with it and just kind of play with the angle and try to feel it. If you have more of a vertical shin, am I feeling it in my glutes more? If I have more, just a little bit of an angle in my knee and my shin, am I feeling it in my quads more? Just play with that and see.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I will. Thanks.
So, you're welcome. All right, ladies. Well, I hope you have a good evening. Marlena, I hope you have a safe drive home and have a great week.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.